And oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 321 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, a.k.a. Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week, we are talking about Sony buying Firewalk, yet another year of ABK talk, MetaCritic finally taking a stance on review bombing, way more games on the horizon, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and so much more. But with all that said, and with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty great today. Yeah. It's a good day today.
Yeah,
it's amazing what happens when you get a haircut. Let me
right?
tell you.
Right?
I love when my hair is like this. I need to not let it go, I don't know, 5 months before I get a haircut.
I think I was the same too, dude. I was, because for me, I usually let my hair grow during the wintertime. And because it was just so cold for so long, I just let it, I let myself look homeless.
Yeah.
So 100%. Now here I am. I did the buzz all around. I'm even debating shaving the head again. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. It's also great. I always get my beard trimmed up a little bit and shaped up, and they find I can do it at home. Sure. I know I can. I'm just deathly afraid that I'm gonna ruin it, and then I'm gonna have to shave it all, and then nobody wants Kyle without a beard. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I get it. It's another bearded white guy in a podcast, but trust me.
You don't want the shit.
You don't want pasty white man Kyle on the show. It's not great. But they trimmed the mustache. Okay. And so now when I drink, I don't have water dripping from the mustache.
Dude.
And again, I could have fixed that at home.
No.
But whatever. I'll let the professionals do it.
Yeah, exactly. Treat yourself, and every man with a beard knows the horrors of accidentally trimming too much or using the wrong edge, right, or guard, and then you're like, a little bit too much. I did that with this haircut.
Yeah.
All around the ears.
I was just gonna do a 4 all the way around, and then it wasn't clipped in all the way, and it's all the way down to a 2. I'm like, no.
You don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Leave it to the professionals here, folks. Yeah. That said, though, I do want to give some, warning to the audio listeners here. I'm falling ill. I'm losing my voice. The allergies are coming at me hard. I got a huge sinus migraine, losing my voice, and to add insult to injury, I'm also hiccuping nonstop.
Yeah.
I don't know what causes hiccups, Kyle.
So it is a muscle spasm in your diaphragm.
Okay.
That is what causes the hiccups, from my knowledge from watching House. And, these doctors.
I'll trust House.
It's just your muscle is contracting, and that's why you're getting the hiccups.
Well, it's got it. I'm fed up. It's been all day.
I was gonna say, I think everyone has gone through that where they've overstayed their welcome.
Yeah.
And it becomes oh, okay, silly, haha, whatever. And then hours go by and you're still going, and you just yell the F word every 30 seconds because you're stop it!
Dude, when it happened this morning, I was I grabbed the edge of my desk, and I was just I just muttered, son of a bitch. I'm this is going to be an all-day thing. And
stop it.
It is. It's been an all-day thing. So if you hear me hiccuping, it's not because I'm drinking in celebration about the ABK deal. No. Or drinking to forget, whichever side you land on that. It's because I might be falling apart at the seams, but
it's going around. I think with the season changing, a lot of pollen is on the ground.
Do too much.
It's bad. I know my nephew Owen is sick yet again. He's on steroids.
God damn.
It hits everyone like a brick house around this time of the season changing. It sucks.
I don't like it. But you know what I do like, Kyle?
I like PlayStation a whole lot.
A whole lot. And I've been playing a whole lot of PlayStation. And goodness gracious, this week made up for the month-long absence of news because there is a ton to talk about. Again, ABK deal. We usually don't talk about it unless something huge has happened, and the CMA has ruled to block the deal. That is a major backstep for Microsoft and what that means for Microsoft and PlayStation for the next year or two. We're going to be talking about MetaCritic changing the way that it views viewer scores and so much more. But before we get into it, Kyle, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, people on Twitter are messaging us like crazy. They're going, Joe, Kyle, we love the swag. We love the shirts. Where can we get them? Well, link down below in the description, bonfire.com/store/the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast, is where you get all types of shirts and merch. What's that, Kyle, from the Trophy Room? You raise your hand?
On that note, I know a few weeks ago, you're like, oh, let's maybe look into throwing a mug on Bonfire.
I love it.
Unfortunately, Bonfire only does clothing.
So we're gonna
have to find another place to do it, or maybe it's a Patreon exclusive thing, maybe for a few months members, or something like that. We'll figure something out.
I'd be down with it. And also, this is the last pre-recorded episode of the Trophy Room, because starting on May 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's Wednesday next week, we will be recording the Trophy Room live in front of a non-studio audience over on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. We're going to have a pre-show. What's that?
Should we invest in a laugh track?
That would definitely help with some of my humor. I think that's for sure. But no, it's going to be a really fun time. I've already gotten a lot of people throwing out suggestions of how the show is going to be rolling, and we're going to have a nice pre-show where we talk to everybody in the chat. All your super chats, all your member questions and all that, all your comments or concerns get answered at the end of the show at the Sony Pony Express.
Audio listeners, no changes for you whatsoever. So the cool little changes for video stuff, like Joe was saying, the pre-show and all that stuff, are cool little bonuses, but do not worry if you listen on your car ride or whatever. You're going to get the same old good PlayStation stuff from us.
Quality will continue here. That's why we really took so long to do this, because I needed to make sure, Kyle needed to reassure me nothing would change.
I've been ready for a year plus at this point.
Exactly. And it seems like everybody else is, because man, just to see the excitement around this, it's getting me excited. So thank you so much. And because of that, starting on this episode right here, right now, we're going to be adding time codes, timestamps, whatever you like to call them, in the description of every podcast and in the pinned comment of every YouTube video. So be on the lookout for that. Now, it's time for our Patreon pitch. Of course, if you love what we do here, and you want to support us, head on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. If you ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever your situation may be, it definitely helps us out if you support the show over at PS Trophy Room on Patreon. It's the reason why we look so good, we sound so great, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our platinum members. I'm going to lose my voice when I do this. I'm going to be brave. Brad Presnell, Brenton Gillian, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, Jose Jimenez, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Ryuko Kill 90, Sith Lord 92, Stephen Flesh, Strubles of Bits, and Jay Shea. I want to thank our gold members: Awesome Dave, Cypher Primus, Bertos Maximus, Darth Simon the Pie Man, Daniel Welsh, DJ, Hercules 89, Elo 2032, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Endorse, Nagachaka, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Kevin Ainsworth, K Grim, Lambchop 93, Marcus O'Neill, Androsasaur, Astronaut Jr., not to be mistaken with Astronaut Sr., Rick Arrington, Dewane Raksha, the Aztec King, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Brunty Blob, Bubba Boy N7, Captain Logan, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, M9 Prime, Stone Cold ET, Tino 6 Speed, M Cly, H85, N Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Matt Pew 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 Pew, the Red Arrow, Spammin' Bammin', and Somnia. Thank you all so much for your contributions to the show. And with that, Kyle, it's time to square up the news.
First bit of news that needs to be squared up comes from VGC. Jordan Midler wrote, Sony has acquired Firewalk Studios, the 20th member of the PlayStation Studios family. The developer, which was part of independent game company Probably Monsters, was already working in partnership with PlayStation on a yet unannounced multiplayer IP and will now be fully acquired by the console maker. Quote, the studio shares our passion for creating inspiring worlds grounded in exceptional gameplay, and we want to continue to invest in their mission, PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulse said in a statement. We're excited for Firewalk to bring their technical and creative expertise to PlayStation Studios to help grow our live service operations and deliver something truly special for gamers. He added, we're thrilled to expand upon our collaborative relationship with Firewalk Studios and formally welcome the team to PlayStation Studios. We've had the privilege of working with Probably Monsters and Firewalk for several years, and our teams share the same ambition to create meaningful experiences for gamers. Firewalk's innovative approach to connected storytelling and its commitment to high-quality gameplay continues to exceed our expectations. I think fans will be very pleased when they see what Firewalk has in store for them, end quote.
So, this is yet again another Sony acquisition of a studio that is relatively pretty fresh. I mean, this is the first game that this studio will be making, and I was making the joke on Twitter of like, yet again, I think this happened on a Friday. I go like a day after the Trophy Room comes out, a major Sony acquisition. And people are like, major Sony acquisition? Kyle.
Yeah, they're investing in a multiplayer studio.
But like, they're like, but folks who were saying to me, they're like, but they've never made a game. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. We don't know what this team...
Did they have that same energy with Haven, though?
I think people are. I think some people are. They're like,
okay.
They see the pedigree of like a Jade Raymond, and they're like, okay, I can see what you're doing.
Fair.
She has, her name in the credits of like an Assassin's Creed and all that. But I think there is some skepticism here. And I want to kind of quell that because, looking at it broadly, you're like, this is a new, fresh team. This is a very risky move from PlayStation to really do. But when you take a look at the team as a whole, this is a studio of 150 people. This is bigger than some of PlayStation's actual studios. Like, if I'm not mistaken, this was bigger than Sucker Punch when they were making Ghost of Tsushima. This is way bigger than Housemarque. And when you take a look at some of the people that are in there, if you just want to zoom in, 1.5 on this, you see that there are, talent from Titanfall. You got Bungie devs in there, right? Makers
really
of Destiny.
quick, Joe.
Go for it.
You missed out on just saying enhance.
Oh, enhance. I don't have the voice. I lost it.
Fair. That's fair.
But like, you got ex-Respawn devs, you got ex-Bungie devs, you got ex-Ravensoft devs. You have people that have worked on Call of Duty, Destiny, Titanfall, Apex Legends, Medal of Honor in this studio, alongside the creative director of Destiny. Yeah. So it's like, to me, I'm like, this is actually pretty substantial.
To me, that list of people, right, that are a part of the studio is equivalent to like when you see a movie trailer and like from the people who brought you this.
Yeah.
And like on that alone, you're excited about that thing. Sure, maybe it doesn't pan out. Not everything that has that works.
Yeah.
But that gets people excited about it. It's like Jordan Peele, right? Like when you hear about a Jordan Peele movie, Nope, Us, Get Out, all terrific.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that. I think
Who's saying otherwise?
I think people are a little down on Us.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. They're wrong.
They're wrong. Oh, yeah.
But like when you hear a new Jordan Poole movie is or Jordan Peele, excuse me. Jordan
Poole's his cousin.
Jordan Poole, I think, is a basketball player. Yeah. Jordan Peele movies coming out. You're excited because it's a Jordan Peele thing. Yeah. This has me excited because of all those people know what they're doing in the first person shooter genre.
Yeah.
And like they obviously are good at what they do because of the projects that they've worked on.
Yeah, they have the pedigree. And I think we're starting to see more and more of that. We're starting to see, ex-creative devs or ex-creative leaves go out there, make their own studios, and get investment from big, AAA companies. Like EA has been a big one with EA Originals, right? Like that new, oh my god, I think it's like a new Magic first person shooter. It's made from
something from Avion.
Yes, thank you. It's made from the creative directors of Sledgehammer, or ex-creative directors from Sledgehammer, who made, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, who made the original
Immortals
Dead Space.
of Avium.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. So you're seeing, companies go out there and embrace these smaller teams. And it is something of a risk for Sony to go, okay, we like this project so much, though it hasn't hit the ground yet, we're going to invest in you. And it's also awesome for me as a PlayStation fan to see PlayStation seemingly get games as service. As of right now, just looking through the peephole, I can see that their acquisitions are lining up for multiplayer. Bungie is laying the foundation of how to build a games as service game that Sony's going to take that expertise from. Right. And Bungie's going to talk to, people like Firewalk going, okay, so this is how we're going to make these mechanics work in this game so that it can sell, so it could be, whatever, free to play, $40, $70 experience, whatever have you. You got Haven, who's also making a multiplayer experience, but also on the back end, working on cloud tech to make the pipeline of managing these types of games streamlined. So they're working on something exciting, but they're also working on something a little boring that we're not going to pay attention to. But all of it's still really exciting to me.
And not to mention it, this studio alone fills the void of something that we've said on the show for a while. PlayStation needs an exclusive first-person shooter.
Yeah,
they need it.
And that's my first question to you, Kyle, is do we think this thing's a first-person shooter?
I do.
Yeah, all signs point to yes.
Yeah, I especially all that pedigree you were just talking about, the games those creators made. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Yeah, and let me also be clear. Don't mistake my optimism for blind faith either. This game could come out and it is just mid. It doesn't compete. All that jazz.
We've all been excited for a mag, right?
Exactly. We've all been there. Okay. But to see PlayStation take some creative risks and some big financial risk. Again, a 150-person studio is a big take on it, big investment. Yeah. So to see them do that like they did with Fire Sprite, that's exciting to me. And we've seen what Fire Sprite could do with things like Horizon Call of the Mountain. So we're seeing the partnership, and I hopefully, shout out to XDev, the vehicle for producing what is all of the PlayStation lineup. Yeah. Right, the first party games that we know and love came out of this. So to me, it's exciting. But again, I'm optimistic. But I want to see what this game truly is before I go over the moon for it.
And on that note, talk about over the moon, right? It's not like they bought the studio sight unseen of whatever they're working on,
right?
Or the list of games that they're producing. They've been in partnership for a few years now.
Yeah, ever since 2018.
Yeah. So they're very clearly are excited about whatever they're working on and see the promise of it. And it fills a gap in the PlayStation Studios family. So why not?
Yeah.
It's a great investment, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Again, it's not as major as a ABK. It's not as sexy as a Square Enix, but it's something that I think we've been championing for, since all these acquisitions, which is just okay, grow studios, incubate these teams, infuse your culture with theirs, see if it's a good fit, gel with them, and then add them to the team. It's not, I hate the term organic gets thrown around too much, so it's just a gross word, but I like how PlayStation incubates the talent, and if they see something there that gels with them, that's when they're going to go jump on it. That being said, though, I still think they're going to put some, not to say they're going to, smooch Square or put a ring on Square. They're going to smooch them for sure.
Probably they're gonna keep doing what they're doing, right? They're gonna keep making deals to make PlayStation the place to go for Square Enix stuff.
Yeah. That said, the real deal, Jay O'Neill on Twitter writes in, who, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. O'Neill, you did win our God of War Ragnarok collectors at Extra Life. So congratulations. If not,
sweet.
Sucker. Anyway, hey guys, hope you both are doing well. Get hyped. It's Jedi Survivor Week. My question is, with the recent purchase of Firewalk Studios, do you think we see a Call of Duty competitor? If so, will it be a Killzone or a SOCOM? Thank you guys for all you do. Have a great week. Kyle?
Yes?
We got a Call of Duty killer in here. We're coming in here. We're stamping the name Call of Duty killer on the box.
I wanna never hear that ever.
All right, fair enough.
Because, like, it's that running joke of Killzone being the Halo killer, and then it was Resistance being the Halo killer. Halo killed itself.
Oh, whoa. No.
Listen,
it's still good. It's still alive.
I told you, I'm feeling good. I'm coming out fire.
He's coming out with energy.
It's fine. It's doing great. It's just for jokes' sake. I don't want to compare the two. I just want a good first-person shooter that has a uniqueness to it. If it's feeling too similar to Call of Duty, I'm not in. I'm out.
Well, here's the thing. It's not to say you can't make a game like Call of Duty and it not succeed. I mean,
but if it's a historically based based shooter like a Call of Duty, I don't want that.
Sure,
that's just not the type of shooter that I personally am into.
Yeah, like I take a look at like an X Defiant, and currently it looks like it has some legs. Like there's a lot of promise to it from that Ubisoft joint. Again, also ex Call of Duty devs that know what they're good at and sticking to it. So like, though the verdict's still out because we don't know, the game's not technically out. The positive praise, the flooding with praise I'm seeing on social media from this game is that people are genuinely excited for this, and it's filling a void that Call of Duty itself is not fulfilling with their fan base. That being said, though, to slap Call of Duty killer on this, no. I don't want this thing to go toe to toe. I don't want this to be, quote unquote, PlayStation's answer to Call of Duty. I want whatever this team's vision is to be that thing.
Yep.
So like for me, it could be sci-fi, it could be modern day, it could be even, 1940. Like I could be storming the beaches. But, for me, it just has to feel good. It has to have a solid component to it. And that's why when when Herman came out back in October and talked about multiplayer and it launching, multiplayer focused games launching on both PS5 and PC same day, that's what has me hopeful for PlayStation hopefully getting it better than most publishers out there. And again, I think the purchasing of Destiny and Haven kind of proved that that's what they're doing. They're trying to get this right, or as correct as they can out the gate. So to me, I don't want this to be a Call of Duty competitor. I don't want this to be Killzone. I don't want this theoretically. No, I would like it to be SOCOM. But like for me, just make the game you guys want to make.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, hey, whatever it is, hopefully it's an awesome, the only thing I would want is not so much competitive, but cooperative experience.
Oh,
that's my only want from it. Okay. That said, Strubles and Bits writes,
do you not want me to do the questions? Are you feeling okay?
Oh, you know what? You could do the Sony Pony Express questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's fine. Strubles and Bits writes, hey guys, do you think after acquiring Fire Sprite and Firewalk, Sony will complete the Fire Nation by snatching up Ember Lab next? Hope you two are having a fantastic day. Overall, fantastic week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know if I said Toodles or Strubles. You know what? Either way.
Toodles, Strubles.
Same to you, Toodles and Strubles.
Honestly, Kyle, I know what I just said. It seems like they're filling out the portfolio of things that they're missing, which is multiplayer. Mm-hmm. But goodness gracious, Kyle.
Don't let this team slip away.
Don't let him slip.
Listen.
I know they have a 3-game deal with them.
That's great.
After that 3rd game, ring.
Please.
They're
way too talented, and for the thing that excites me most about Ember Labs when it comes to Kana is that was their first game.
outing. Yeah.
There's the only way to go up is the only way to go is up.
Yeah.
They learn from their mistakes. They now know what it takes.
And not even that, like the game is freaking amazing.
It's awesome.
It was one of my favorite indies that year. And Can we even say indie? It's a lot of money behind that, I would assume.
That's that gray area that
sure.
Triple
I game.
Like even Devolver is tactically indie, but they are like they make a ton of money.
Games that are like smaller than $10 million in scope. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like for me, Ember Labs seems great, and it would be such a great like where the realm of like Media Molecule is. What's the other team I'm blanking on because I'm sick?
That makes platformers?
Yeah.
Team Asobi?
Yeah, like a Team Asobi, like that type of caliber of game. Like they don't need to go out there and make the $70 game. You know what I mean? They could go out there and make
Pixel Opus.
Pixel Opus was the other one I'm thinking of. These smaller experience games, but are still so damn creative and great.
Hear me out here, Joe.
Please.
And everyone at home or in the car, wherever you're listening. In the air. Maybe you're 60,000 feet in the air on
Are you on an airplane?
Are you? Does that person in row D smell a little bit? I get
it. Like, how hard is the job? Being for real. I mean, I know, like, listen, launching it, probably crazy. Landing it, scaring the shit out of me. But once you're in the air, can you just sit back and relax?
You think we're talking to the pilot?
I'm talking.
If
I'm
the
talking to the pilot.
listening to us, that's a problem. They should be focused on flying that metal tube in the air.
I feel like once they got it, they could just put the GPS on. It's like,
have you not seen Sully Sullenberger's story?
Why was he napping?
I don't know. He ran into a goose or whatever, a bird.
Was it a goose?
I don't remember.
These terrorists are coming in all shapes, sizes, and wingspans.
Man, those carrier pigeons are next level. They're not messages anymore.
They're straight up threats.
I forgot. Ember Labs, they make the old school, or Kana was the old school love letter to like PS2 era platformers. That's what everyone said. We recently learned that like Sucker Punch, they're not gonna be doing Sly anymore.
Ooh.
What if Ember does like Ember Labs brings back Sly as one of their 3 games, or Jack and Daxter, or like bring them back into the fold of a PlayStation Studios family? Like, I would love that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to have a studio do that kind of thing.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, again, I still think I would be shocked if Square is not at least some type of strategic partnership with PlayStation and Nintendo at the end of the day, by the end of this year. Because it's the way that Square has leaned down of what they're doing, of their operations, their studio input, all that, kind of screams to me that they're slimming down for something. So, yeah, I think there's still things in the portfolio that PlayStation needs. Again, RPGs being one of them. But I would love to see them pick up smaller talent going, hey, you're our AA studio. And ain't nothing wrong in that. You're just making smaller projects that are more creative that, for a company like Sony, you're like, you're going to win us awards. But for us, it's like, oh, you get to explore creative facets that AAA games don't get to,
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, that conversation was fun.
Yeah. Speaking of not small things.
All up.
Y'all, I'm so sorry that we have to do this.
Yeah.
I really thought...
F in the chat.
I thought the end of this whole thing, the saga would be over. Mm-mm. The last... We're what do you think? Are we in the new trilogy of Star Wars films in this saga, or are we... Are we in the prequels? Where are we in the timeline of the ABK?
Honestly, I think it's only going to get worse, so prequels.
We're in the prequels. Okay.
We're in the prequels.
We're in Attack of the Clones? Is that what we are?
Well, we might just be headed right into it. Yeah.
Okay.
We're headed into Obi-Wan Mullet City, and I don't know.
Oh, boy. Ollie Welsh over at Polygon writes, UK regulator blocks $68.7 billion Microsoft Activision deal. Despite recent signs that it was softening its stance on Microsoft's proposed $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the UK's antitrust regulator, the Competition and Markets Authority, has announced that it has decided to formally block the deal. The CMA said its decision was motivated by concerns about the deal's effect on the future of the nascent cloud gaming market, where Microsoft is a key player. It feared the deal would lead to, quote, reduced innovation and less choice for UK gamers over the years to come, end quote. It said that a solution proposed by Microsoft, quote, had significant shortcomings and would require regulatory oversight by CMA. Microsoft has a strong position in cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision games exclusive to its own cloud gaming service, the government body said, announcing the findings of its months-long review. It reckons Microsoft, quote, accounts for an estimated 60 to 70% of global cloud gaming services, end quote, already, thanks to the advantages of owning Xbox, Windows, and the Azure platform, as well as the Game Pass game subscription service to which Xbox Cloud Gaming is tied. The CMA views cloud gaming as an important, fast-growing sector of the games market that allows gamers to, quote, avoid buying expensive consoles, end quote, and presents them with more, quote, flexibility and choice as to how they play, end quote. The CMA viewed the quote-unquote behavioral remedies proposed by Microsoft in the form of 10-year deals forcing it to make its games available to other cloud platforms as insufficient. It said they would require regulatory oversight, did not sufficiently cover different business models such as subscriptions, and risked disagreement between Microsoft and other cloud gaming providers, given the amount of change that might happen in the sector over a 10-year period. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard immediately said they would appeal the CMA's decision. Responding in a statement, Microsoft President Brad Smith said, quote, we remain fully committed to this acquisition and will appeal. The CMA's decision rejects a pragmatic path to address competition concerns and discourages technology innovation and investment in the United Kingdom. We have already signed contracts to make Activision Blizzard's popular games available on 150 million more devices, and we remain committed to reinforcing these agreements through regulatory remedies. We're especially disappointed that after lengthy deliberations, this decision appears to reflect a flawed understanding of this market and the way the relevant cloud technology actually works, end quote. Joe, you said this deal was done. I blame you. I blame you, Joe. You said it was a done deal. Just don't worry about it. It's going to go through. How dare you? You lied to us.
Listen, me and the rest of us. I feel like every turn we take, we're like, listen, and again, I'm in review. I don't like this deal. I think it's too big. It concerns me. Consolidation concerns me. But just because I don't like something doesn't mean I don't think this is going to go through, or doesn't that I think it should go through. I think it will. Yeah. I think it should. I think everything stars align here. It seems like it makes sense. And when you take a look at every other content creator, writer, whatever the case is, podcaster, we've all been kind of echoing it of just like, okay, it seems like at this point, you know, Jim Ryan's kicking, screaming, hooting and hollering, making a big fuss. And at the end of the day, he's going to sign that paper. And I still think at the end of the day, he's going to sign that paper. Yeah. Right. Because Microsoft has had concerns from the CMA when it comes to, like, you know, the console market, with them going, hey, we don't like this. We're going to put a red flag on it if you don't fix it. And they come around to fix it. Remember, like, Jim Ryan called, I think, like the CMA's decision over the console market, like, outlandish, ridiculous. Mm-hmm. You know, I think something about like, it's not real to the reality of things, all that type of, you know, shit. But I'm not the people in the room here. And I think we all get lost in the sauce here, where this has almost nothing to do with PlayStation. The reason why this thing failed through. It's not Jim Ryan, Lion Ryan, Top Shoe Ryan. No, it's not. Sorry that makes you upset.
In this exact block thing that I just read, they didn't really mention Call of Duty at all. No. It's all cloud gaming.
That was, and I think there was someone even... Someone linked to it. They're like, we kind of told you this. The Call of Duty thing was the sexy story that everybody wants to look at, but the real concerns lies in cloud. And I think we all got lost in the sauce because, yeah, Call of Duty is this big thing, but it ended up being, yeah, they're concerned about Microsoft leveraging its tech and software in such a way that they create a market where it's like 90% Microsoft, right? And then they get to kind of make or shape the market the way they see fit and charge you more for Game Pass. That's what they're concerned about. And then, you know, listen, Microsoft, there's already analysts that, sure, debating whether Microsoft can remedy this situation or not. But to me, it seems like if they can quell those concerns when they appeal this decision, they could get this thing through. That said, though, it's still an uphill battle, because if we all said that this thing was going through, and we've all been proven wrong, every analyst, Pachter included, said this thing was going through, no problem with concessions, everything that, well, we're facing problems. Just a few days ago, Microsoft was rumored was going to steamroll the FTC and just approve the deal themselves and go to court with the FTC. Well, now if you do that, you're going to court with the CMA, right? Now it also puts the EU in some type of weird limbo as well that we can't really just predict. I don't think anybody could, because everybody's been wrong. So for me, I'm left in this situation of like, and I want to know, Xbox fans, your thoughts on this. I'm not like saying this for a dig.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this for a jab. Yeah. Do you, at the end of the day, actually want this thing? After all the drama, after every report saying, yeah, Microsoft is right now distracted by this deal. Do you want another year of Microsoft being distracted by this deal? Weird messaging, lack of messaging by Xbox, lack of what you feel for, and this is just all from what I've seen on social media. So again, it's not real, but I want your take. The lack of them going after third party or second party deals, seeing PlayStation get things like Final Fantasy 16, getting big promotional deals with Hogwarts Legacy, elevating that hardware, and you're not seeing the same energy for Xbox. Do you, at the end of the day, actually want this to go through? Because it seems like they're way too distracted at this thing than you. And I think both of them have, Sony and Xbox. Mm-hmm. But it seems like at this very point in time, Xbox, all eyes are on ABK getting this thing through. Because if it's not, I'm telling you, executives' heads are going to roll. They're just going to. So Todd Oxher writes in, and again, let me know in the comments down below what you feel. It's not a targeted thing.
Nope.
Just let me know. What changes for Xbox? What changes for Xbox if the ABK deal goes through? Todd Oxtra expands, and he writes in just like you can too over at Twitter at PS Trophy Room, or you join the Discord server where the community's bumping. It's growing. It's beautiful. I love to see it. We love to see it here, folks. Join the community. Every Wednesday we ask you for questions. You reply to us. I try my best to get everybody in her. And we love when new people ask questions. So, yeah. Todd expands. Do they focus on acquiring developers, not publishers, so that they could avoid further or future scrutiny? Do they make more third-party deals? Do nothing and just focus on making games with studios that they have? Gasp. That was Todd. You. That was not me.
Yeah. That was Todd.
Kyle, I throw this over to you. What changes if this deal goes or doesn't go through? And it's ironic because I was preparing this week's question to be, well, now that the reality is that ABK is part of Xbox, what does PlayStation do next? Yeah. So it's kind of weird. I was preparing. I swear to God, Kyle, thumbnail and everything already prepared. Yeah, this threw me through a loop.
I woke up to a text and you're like, I want to read it exactly what it was.
Yeah, please. He's opening his phone. He's going to his messages.
You go, holy shit.
Yep.
The Activision Blizzard deal is failing.
And that was as
I went, no effing way. And you were like, yes way.
Yes way.
It was a shock. It's shocking because I'm tired of talking about it. It's taken over our lives for almost 2 years now. We're very tired of it. I just wanted to be. I want a resolution either way.
Yeah.
And this is just another unnecessary sequel that they're adding on.
Yeah.
That's really what it feels like. But to answer Todd's
Transformers question, Rise of the Beasts, right?
Which
or whatever.
I still think looks cool.
It does look cool. I'm going to watch it because come on. Optimus Primus is in
Oh my God. Also, I the Spider-Verse trailer in the theater. Oh, cry every time.
Same.
To answer Todd's question, if it falls through, and they can't buy Activision Blizzard,
okay.
Do you not see I know, right? Oh boy, I'm not gonna be on Twitter for a whole month if that happens. Don't you see Xbox just doing what Sony's doing with Square Enix, and doing third-party deals with Activision Blizzard? and keeping those things exclusive to Xbox, kind of what they're doing with FF16. I see it, and I'm not gonna be mad because that's what business is.
Honestly, I mean, it goes into what Ghetto Berry writes in, which is good. They go, "Good evening, chaps. Ooh, oi, governor. Hope you're well. After the CMA has blocked the acquisition in my homeland, that is the UK, there may be an ever-increasing chance that this takeover may be blocked overall. For whatever happens going forward, do you think this will tarnish Sony's relationship, not necessarily with Microsoft, but with Activision Blizzard? Will it be a case of forgive and forget? Or do you think that this will leave a bitter taste for years to come? Toodle pip.
Toodle pip.
That's you said that, not me.
That was also Ghetto Berry.
Yeah,
Joe's not making up British slang there.
No. Oh shit! What if he made me say something awful?
I'll look it up.
Like toodle pip is actually like slang for punch a baby in the chest.
That is also something when we go live.
Yeah, we have to work on.
We got it. Toodle pip just means goodbye. We'll see you later.
Oh, toodle pip to you too, sir. Look at me. Yeah. You know, we. Anyway, Kyle, do you think this you think that this ruins the relationship so much so that Activision's like, you know, the North remembers?
Oh no, I don't think it's gonna be too bad between Sony and them.
Uh-huh.
I just think Microsoft's gonna go all in to try to make those same third party deals. I think it's more of a Microsoft Activision Blizzard issue.
Okay.
I do think there might be. I mean, there shouldn't be a whole lot on Sony's side because we're getting Bethesda games on PS Plus still.
Well, okay.
And getting added and whatnot. So like, I don't think it'll be too bad.
It's kind of like, you remember when you were a kid and you were playing with your friend or your brother, and like y'all were playing, like, for me, y'all were play fighting, but for me, it was like play lightsaber fighting, and like,
I got detention in Catholic school for doing Power Rangers in the playground by myself. I know full well all about play fighting.
Yeah. I just love the nuns, like, Power Rangers is the devil word.
Have I never talked about that detention before?
On the post show, you will today. That's for sure.
It was wild.
But like, you know, when like they nick your fingers so much, you're like, son of a, I said softer, and then you give them a whack. That's kind of how I feel. It's gonna be like, dude, what the heck, whack. We're gonna focus on maybe we take the next Call of Duty deal with Xbox, not so much putting the game on Xbox, but making it a third party deal with them, so that they get the marketing rights, and maybe it's a smaller deal, right?
Even if
that's what I think would happen.
But even if this whole thing get broken up by cloud stuff,
yeah,
as the cloud being the reason it's not going through, not the Call of Duty relationship kind of thing.
To me, it's still like, because you know what Jim Ryan's gonna do, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
He's going into his utility closet. He's picking up the just bag of wrenches, and then he's looking at the machine that is the CMA and just gonna toss shit into the cogs until something folds through.
Sure.
So yeah, no, I think they're gonna be like, dude, you hit too goddamn hard. Business is business at the end of the day, but we don't forget, and I think it will be a bruise that is lasting for a longer period. I don't think you're getting Call of Duty on Game Pass. No, if the deal falls through, right? You're not getting like whatever the next Blizzard thing is day one on Game Pass. No, but you're getting
we're not getting a PlayStation console being made.
Exactly. You're getting an AR-15 on a Xbox Series X, edition. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That said, what happens to Xbox for me? What I would hope is that they focus on acquiring developers and not publishers. Because if this thing goes through, again, the rumor has it was Xbox was going to continue to buy smaller publishers. So if this is under so much scrutiny, that kind of foils Xbox's plans to get more developers in its umbrella, and for publishers to just simply continue what they're doing. Xbox be kind of laissez-faire with everything, and just having those games fall into Xbox, falling into a quarterly bit of like, here's the next big game from Xbox. So that it kind of that does put a damper on things. They're gonna have to probably readjust. I would love to see them go out there and purchase awesome, talented developers.
Yeah.
Again, like what we're talking with, like Firewalk, like there are amazing developers out there that are being, or development studios that are being created as we speak with amazing talent. Go after that talent.
Yeah.
You like it's the buying season right now. It's acquisition season. That type of stuff when it comes to buying talent. You don't want to let that talent go.
And honestly, look at like the studios where you are making those like exclusive indie deals where indie shows up on Xbox 6 months to a year before PlayStation. Look at those teams. As much as I hate to say it, like, look at a Drinkbox.
Yeah.
If PlayStation hasn't done it yet, go buy Drinkbox. Like, do those smaller things. I think,
dude, go make that. Go get the creator of Hades. Like, there's just so much.
There's so many things out there that aren't a publisher with like 5 or 6 studios underneath it.
Yeah. So to me, I think they'll probably still go after, if they can, like private, non-public publishers, right? Maybe they go after bigger development houses. But I continue to say this each and every week: the best acquisitions Xbox have done is not the Bethesda ones. It's your Ninja Theories. It's your Obsidians.
That one E3 where they had that lineup of all the new studios pop up. That was
awesome. Double Fine, like, dude, go after Double Fine. Like, go after those types. That's exciting. That's truly exciting. Even like, rest in peace, the developers of The Order 1886. Like,
Remedy at Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or Ready at Dawn. Yeah, like those.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're thinking of Remedy because they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Go after Remedy. Like, there are so many great development houses, but that would also mean more overhead for those development houses.
Sure.
So that said, Toxic writes in, curious if you guys think that because this will continue to be an ongoing battle, do you think this will further delay whatever showcase Sony was planning? I'm still of the mindset that it hasn't happened yet, specifically because of this nonsense having gone on forever now. No, it's coming.
There is no way Sony is waiting another 6 months to a year to do a showcase. There's no way.
And I mean, we'll talk about it further when we get closer to the showcase. But someone put out like an awesome bingo card. I think Lurian on Twitter was just like, bingo card. Instead of just doing a predictions, what game's going to be there? What developers are going to be there? I'm telling you, when that showcase gets announced, that's immediately what the bonus show is going to be. The bingo card of who's going to show up at that showcase. But no, I think the showcase didn't happen for many reasons, not just because of the Xbox situation. I think a lot of people would like to blame that, but I don't think in actuality people are pulling up to a courtroom going, well, listen, PlayStation says they can't compete, but look at all this cool showcase that was better than ours, right? Like, and then PlayStation's like, oh yeah, well, look at all these awesome games that are better than ours for the Xbox showcase, and it gets petty and sad.
Can I say something that excites me a great deal?
What's that? He coughed.
As a frog pops into my throat randomly. We're like rumored, theoretically, only like 4 or 5 shows away from a showcase of us doing the trophy room. That is so exciting. It's just thinking about if it's like early June, late May, that rumored time frame kind of thing. That excites me a great deal.
It's almost like that's the reason why we started to do the live show starting May 3rd, to get prepared for big moments like these, so that y'all don't have to go, hey, where's the stream of you guys reacting to? It's right here, baby. Yeah. So, yeah. No, it's exciting times. It's coming.
That showcase.
Keep the faith. Don't worry. Mortal Kombat will be there. All right, Kyle.
Ooh-wee.
It's time for the next bit of news, and I need to stress this before we do. No spoilers. You do not have to be worried. You do not have to be concerned. I know that every other outlet and its mother is leaking this, we are not going to be that for the sake of clicks.
No.
We are going to be as incredibly vague as possible. You will not even know what we're talking about if we're good at it. So,
yeah.
Take it away, Kyle.
Sermina Khan over at PS Lifestyle writes, MetaCritic responds to Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores review bombing. Review aggregator MetaCritic has finally responded to Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC review bombing campaign, which has been ongoing for a number of days. The issue of user score review bombing isn't new, but this time parent company Fandom has released a rare statement in which it has pledged changes. Quote, Fandom is a place of belonging for all fans, and we take online trust and safety very seriously across all our sites, including MetaCritic. MetaCritic is aware of the abusive and disrespectful reviews of Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, and we have a moderation system in place to track violations of our terms of use. Our team reviews each and every report of abuse, including but not limited to racist, sexist, homophobic, insults to other users, etc. And if violations occur, the reviews are removed. We are currently evolving our processes and tools to introduce stricter moderation in the coming months. End quote.
So, again, we're not getting into it that deep.
Nope.
All this is people are upset because this game introduced a queer character.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And
gamers suck.
No, it's not gamers. It's sad, pathetic losers suck.
No, I mean, like that type of
the
gamers.
capital,
The stereotypical when people think of a gamer.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Because, like, there is something to this, and I want to just lend air to this, where a piece of property does it wrong. And it's okay to critique. For example, Star Wars, they're like, hey, in was it Rise of Skywalker? Oh boy, there's a gay kiss in it. It's we're very progressive. Look at us, and it's like a kiss off screen while everybody else in Slugman is celebrating what's happened. Right? Avengers goes.
It's an ancillary thing that happens.
Yeah, totally off screen. You blink if you miss it, or if you live in Saudi Arabia or China, you miss it because it gets edited out.
Yeah.
And then Avengers, they're like, oh, we're going to introduce the first queer character as well. And it's just some dude. It's literally one of the Russo brothers at like an AA meeting. It's like,
that's just sad that he lost everybody.
As long as the people that are being introduced make sense.
Yeah.
And as of Horizon, the whole world is incredibly inclusive. It is incredibly forward thinking. It is incredibly, I would say, progressive. From the first game onward, there's queer characters in this game. In the photo mode, there's awesome LGBTQ plus face paint you could put on Aloy. It's great. It's awesome. And I love to see that Fandom is taking this seriously, or hopefully taking this seriously.
And I will just add, finally.
Yeah.
Because this is not the first time.
And it's not even, like, an Xbox game comes out, and then you got weirdo PlayStation fanboys going, oh, this sucks. This is stupid.
No.
1 star. Like, it's everything.
It's very, very much like, anytime a Last of Us thing pops up.
Oh, boy.
Anything to do with Ellie, I think gets just automatically deemed as woke and then rated very low. I think Fandom addressing it is awesome.
Yeah.
I would go as far to say just eliminate user scores on Metacritic.
I would say,
Or have it not be so prominently featured.
Tied to your email, tied to
or
like your phone number.
Yes.
So that you have to be really sad and pathetic to really go through all that to have that, and have your scores be rated on like helpfulness or usefulness.
Yeah.
That would get rid of this garbage as well.
Yeah.
Like that would be very helpful. But you're right. I think even just hiding the user score.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the prominent thing to show me the critics.
Have a whole other section on the site to be like, here's what our community rates these games. Like, not go to a game's page and like, I feel most of the time, at least, before I started doing podcasting and whatever, just as a normal person playing games, I would go to Metacritic. No. Uh-oh, it's back.
It's happening.
It knew.
Yeah.
Like, I would go to Metacritic and sometimes, or most of the time, my eyes would go to the audience score.
Yeah.
It's similar to like, the Rotten Tomatoes or the IMDb scores or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I grew out of that, because that obviously is not.
Because you were writing those reviews.
I've never written. That's not true. I wrote one review in my life. It's for MLB The Show 19.
There you go. You gave it a 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.1, I think.
Ooh, look at you being
I tried to be a little critical. Yeah,
sure.
I was still a little too bloated, I think, but it's fine. I just think eliminating that, or making it not so in your face tied. It's like centimeters away from the critic score. Yeah, it's way too close.
Yeah, and it's also, to me, it's just a problem with like any movie, anything you see now, where I think we need to, and I think we're starting to get disconnected to it. It's like, yeah, okay, so a few pathetic losers decided to, hate bomb something, whatever. Like you could also
Mario too. Mario got really poor reviews from critics. That movie's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna say it's the best video game adaptation ever.
It's pretty great.
I watched it a second time today with my brother. I saw my brother, a 36-year-old man, just turn into a 6-year-old with me. And it was awesome. It was like we were playing the NES back in the day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, back in Middletown, New York. Like, that's magic, man.
Can I go even one step further?
Yeah.
Let's just, adapt OpenCritic as the main place to go.
Sure.
Because I'm on it right now. The OpenCritic rating, it gives you, how hyped you should be about it, and then the top critic average, and then the critics recommend percentage.
Yeah.
That is all you get. And I don't even mess up. I don't even mess with your list kind of thing. Yeah. But even there, you have to actually sign in with other accounts.
Yeah. And also we talked about it. So I also want to give warnings to people in the comments. Watch out for the comments if you care about spoilers, because I saw someone post it in our comments. So please look out. But for the most part, when people see it, it's like, really, this is it, you child, you baboon, you dumb idiot. That's it. That's what you're angry about.
Narrow-minded F word. I don't want to curse too much.
No, you baboon.
See, I miss having the blue button.
We're bringing it back. Don't worry.
I hope so.
But yeah, it's whatever. Again, I could understand when you have criticisms like that, because it's like, yeah, there are companies like, Disney. It's just like, I hate using the word, but throw the woke card in there, going, look, we got a gay kiss, and it means nothing, right? Oh, look, we got a gay character, and it's like a dude in a trench coat off screen. It's like. The characters have to actually have meaning and matter. Like the one character that I love, who's a gay character, is like Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, hell yeah.
And his sexuality is prominent to his personality, but he is just such an amazing character that it brings you into his relationship with his husband. Right? I love seeing queer relationships in games and movies and TVs, because it adds another perspective that I never saw, and a struggle that I've never seen or never had to, hold back, So to me, I love that. I love things like Schitt's Creek. That's awesome to me, man. I love shows like Pose. And to me, every time I look at this, I think of the times where I was one of these dumb losers. I was one of these dumb losers where I remember watching RuPaul's Drag Race and being with my best friend and calling them the people on it, because I was dumb, ugly, and stupid. Yeah. And then I just found out, oh, they're just people, and they're trying to have fun. Oh, okay. So whatever, just to let them have fun, and they're being creative. They can make a dress better than I could make a goddamn sleeve on a shirt.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge?
They're just another person breathing oxygen just like me.
Yeah.
I'm not here to deal.
I'm not here to yuck their yum.
Nope.
Go for it.
Are they hurting you physically?
No.
Emotionally?
No,
by living their lives?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Let them live.
Let them do what they got to do.
Yeah. And again, as long as the characters are real and authentic, it shouldn't matter.
Exactly.
It really shouldn't. So why does it bother you that much? These losers, let me tell you. All right, enough of that. Let me get off the soapbox. Hopefully I related to you, the youth. And listen, to anybody that does have a problem, anybody that is, baboon, talk to me. DM me. Seriously, I want to talk.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. Only way I could change your mind. Yeah, sure, I insulted you a little bit. But you know what? Yeah, it seems like you got thick skin. Talk about it. You know?
Yeah.
You imbeciles.
I knew there was more, so I let you go.
Thank you, bud.
Darren Bonthwees. Darren, I apologize if I said your last name wrong. From GameSpot writes, Horizon Forbidden West sequel in development, Guerrilla confirms. Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West developer Guerrilla has confirmed that a new game in the series is in development and will once again star Aloy. In a management update, Guerrilla announced that studio director and executive producer Angie Smets had taken on the head of development strategy role at PlayStation Studios, and that Smets' previous position will be filled by Joel Eschler, Hella Schmidt, and Jan Bart Van Beek. Hella Schmidt is a great name, by the way. That's not Darren. Smet had served as studio head alongside Beek and Michelle van der Leeuw, and her departure will see van der Leeuw step away from that role to focus on leading technology and strategy for Guerrilla's Decima engine. Quote, we have full confidence in our new leadership as they steer Guerrilla towards a bright future, expanding the world of Horizon with Aloy's next adventure and our exciting online project. Guerrilla casually announced. Aloy's next adventure was all but... I read that awful.
You got this.
Let me restart. We have full confidence in our leadership as they steer Guerrilla towards a bright future, expanding the world of Horizon with Aloy's next adventure and our exciting online project, Guerrilla casually announced. Aloy's next adventure was all but written in stone, as the last game Forbidden West planted seeds for a threequel throughout its campaign. The Zero Dawn sequel also received a major expansion this month, Burning Shores, which continues Aloy's journey across the U.S. to prepare for the arrival of the genocidal artificial intelligence Nemesis. Guerrilla had also hinted in December that it was, quote, continuing to create epic solo adventures for Aloy, end quote, through a number of transmedia projects, including the release of Horizon Call of the Mountain on PlayStation VR 2, a rumored Horizon Zero Dawn remaster for PS5, a Netflix TV series adaptation, and even an MMO spinoff.
That's a lot of Horizon stuff.
And I'm here for it.
And it seems like they're really also, for me... There has to be something in Guerrilla that makes that studio run so well. Yeah. That PlayStation's just like, we're going to pluck y'all out of here to help run other studios. Yeah. And I think it's possibly because of Guerrilla Games' collaborative history. Sure. I think before Horizon, they never had like a creative director. They didn't have like this, line of succession over there at Guerrilla. They just have a council of folks that are working through it. So what better way to collaborate with other people than to have, Guerrilla Guerrilla heads lead these exciting initiatives. So first and foremost, Horizon 3, that's confirmed. I mean, sure. Did you play Forbidden West? Apparently some people that got angry didn't.
You're missing out on one of the greatest games made in the last 5-10 years.
Baboons throwing their turds. That's all I think.
Let's have a baboon counter somewhere on screen.
Tossing shit, because it's all they're good for. Yelling, making obnoxious noises, and slinging shit. Mm-hmm. But no, in all seriousness, I mean... VR. I mean, Call of the Mountain was fantastic. I loved it. I think it's a great VR experience. Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, we don't need. Let's be real.
I mean, hold on.
Whoa! No.
Let's not no. I'm gonna say this right here.
Okay.
If it brings Zero Dawn up to the quality of Forbidden West,
like graphically
on PS, yes, I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like, yeah, I get it. We don't need it, but you're buying that, Joe.
I know.
Like, who are we kidding here?
I don't know. I'm a big dumb idiot. I'll buy pretty much anything that has Horizon in it. Yeah. I mean, and Netflix TV series adaptation, MMO spinoff. Is that too much Horizon, dude? Like, real talk, that's a lot of Horizon.
I feel like we discussed this not that long ago.
Sure, but I'm getting feelings like this may be a little bit too much.
Are they leaning too heavily into one IP? Maybe.
Sure.
Possibly, yes.
All right.
But I don't know. It's not like it's the only thing. Right? Like how am I going to try to word this so people don't get mad at me?
Just do it. I just call it a whole bunch of dumb idiots, baboons.
That's totally fair.
I keep on doing it too. I
dumb
can't stop.
Baboons. And as a high schooler playing games, whatever, when I was always a PlayStation kid.
Yeah.
When I thought of Xbox, I would only think of Halo and Gears.
Right. But I don't want that for Gorilla.
But yeah, sure. But Gorilla has multiple teams.
Oh, fair enough. So you're saying this MMO is not being made by Gorilla? That would be correct.
Probably not. I'm sure maybe the remaster is, but who knows?
Sure.
But even then, I think they're so far apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think these games, like 3 is not going to be here anytime soon.
Fair.
I think that influx of new blood into the Horizon fan base whenever that TV series comes out is great. Yeah. So it's really those 3 things, right? The VR game is great if you want to get a VR headset, but not everyone is going to be in on VR or wants a VR thing. The remaster, I think we both agree, is going to come around the Netflix TV show.
Yeah.
And then the MMO thing is a very unique and a niche kind of audience.
You're saying,
or at least for me.
Yeah. Here's this one IP that could speak to different genres and get people into the universe. Yeah,
it's not like we're getting 3 mainline games and you like in quick succession. Every 2-3 years, we're getting another Horizon thing. Or at least in the mainline story kind of thing. I think there's going to be enough room to breathe, and I think right now, sitting here, sure, there's probably a lot of Horizon. Also, because we don't know a whole lot of the future of PlayStation, what that
fair
looks
enough.
Like.
Because I would hope, and I mean, there is another Guerrilla team working and cooking up on something that is multiplayer centric that may or may not be Horizon, if memory serves right. Yeah. So if we get another, like, a splash screen of Guerrilla and you see, one of the, Killzone guns in there, you're like, oh shit, they're going back. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Looking at it through a microscope, sure, that's a lot of Horizon. But I worry because what makes PlayStation unique to me is them going, hey, we're not Gears, Forza, Halo. We are letting our studios do something else. As long as this is what they want to do, go for it. That said,
I will say there was a funny tweet I saw.
Yeah.
That when the news of a new Horizon is being planned, quote unquote. They're like, oh man, I can't wait for Horizon 3. That means another groundbreaking masterpiece of a game will also be out at the same time.
I mean, that's like the thing that I love about Burning Shores is it has this wide window of people celebrating it. Like it had a 2-week stint before Jedi came out where we're all sharing pictures. We're all celebrating, what a great game this actually is. Because it seems like, the week after Horizon, you get Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild. Who would have thought? Yeah. You get Elden Ring, literally a perfect video game. Like, who would have thought? Mm-hmm. That said, DJ Hercules 89 writes, with Horizon 3 confirmed, what city or state would you like to see them explore? As badass as Aloy is, because we know she'd beat Ellie in a fight, that's so true, it's not even close. Do you think it's time for a new main character and story?
So I'm not going to get fully into this. Okay. I probably should have fought a little bit harder in that argument and had most of my thoughts about why I picked Ellie. Mm-hmm. But I don't know why I didn't say it.
No matter where you go with it.
Ellie's got that street smarts. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to fight dirty.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Okay.
Do I think it's time for a new main character and story? Absolutely not. I love Aloy.
Yeah. No. What city and state I would like them to visit? Let's go to Oregon. Let's go up north. Let's go to Alberta. Let's go see something. We give me the forests. We've seen a lot of the desert. Give me the Rockies.
Nah. No? That's where they were in the first game.
Oh yeah.
Come out east. Come to New York. I want to see New York in the Horizon universe. No. I get it. There's a lot of stuff in New York already.
Ellie goes to Detroit. Sorry, Aloy goes to Detroit, and nothing has changed.
Oh, that's bad.
Sorry, people in Detroit, but I've heard things.
Oh, no.
I would like. No, actually, Detroit would be great because it is like, it was once this like beacon for automotive and like machine assembly lines. That would be awesome to actually see that world and how it takes on that.
It wouldn't make much sense. It would just be any other kind of game, but I would love to see Aloy in like the rainforest. There's not a whole lot of like buildings and whatnot, but just
Aloy's in Florida and she's fighting a Florida man. That's the main villain. Just some dude on bath salts.
Hey, she's just fighting Bigfoots.
Yeah. Or you know what? Disney at this point, she's fighting an animatronic Disney,
Disney in the Horizon universe? Yeah. Like Disneyland, Disney World? That'd be kind of cool.
I'm going to up Aloy. Something like that. Can't my voice. That said, I do want to skip to the next question because it's or next thing about Guerrilla's ambitious Decima engine. So take it away, Kyle, because I think actually this is way fitting for the story we're currently talking about here.
Sure, yeah. Sammy Barker over at Push Square writes, sounds like PlayStation has grand plans for Guerrilla's ambitious Decima engine. One of the main reasons Horizon Zero Dawn took so long to make is because Guerrilla Games created a brand new engine with which to build it. Known as the Decima engine, it's only been put to use on a few games so far that we know of, but the results speak for themselves. In addition to Aloy's debut and the sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, Kojima Productions famously used Decima to develop Death Stranding and presumably Death Stranding 2. It sounds like that's far from the end for this engine. As part of a management shakeup at Guerrilla Games, technical director Michel van der Leeuw, I love how I'm saying that last name, I'm butchering it, but has announced he will be working on Decima full-time. In a LinkedIn post, Van der Leeuw says he'll be focusing on, quote, our ambitious future plans for our own Decima engine, end quote. He says the team has, quote, crafted a studio roadmap and future direction for our Decima engine so ambitious, end quote, that it now requires his full attention. Of course, we don't know what that future direction looks like, but we can hazard a guess that more PlayStation studios may move on to Decima going forward. It could also allude to developing tools that allow the engine to be used for online service games, which obviously a strategy that's in the pipeline at PlayStation.
Yeah, I think what makes Decima so unique is that this is an engine specifically tailored for PlayStation hardware, right? So, to me, this is so exciting because as a layman to all this, it just means, more games look beautiful, visually stunning. You get to see all these beautiful vistas, draw distances, all that. And then I wonder, what are the drawbacks? Because there are things, and I mean, maybe this could like hazard a guess to what Guerrilla could be working on next. Of like, maybe Guerrilla is working on a first-person shooter that uses the Decima engine. So like doing things like that outside the framework of a open world game, the likes of Horizon. So like there's just so much opportunity out there, and I think Guerrilla to be the ones to lead it headstrong into this next generation with PlayStation 5 after them working with people like Kojima on it. Yeah, why not expand this software out there to not just its internal teams, but maybe you convince people to throw it on their platforms as well.
And obviously the engine is impressive enough because like Kojima was shopping around for an engine to use.
Exactly.
And he chose Decima because he was impressed by it. And like, love or hate the game of Death Stranding, whatever, there's no denying just how beautiful that world is.
Yeah.
And how crazy impressive the amount of things you can do in that game. Yeah. In that engine kind of thing. So I'm excited for whatever the next Decima thing is.
Absolutely.
For sure.
That's it.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty Dog's engine, do they have their own engine or they're on Unreal?
I believe they're on their own engine.
They're on their own.
I'm not terribly sure though.
Sucker Punch?
Do
Do they all have their own engine? Like,
yeah, I think they all have their own unique tools.
Okay, I was like, that's where my knowledge.
Someone smarter than us that knows engines and how they work and all that stuff. Let us know in the comment section down below. Yeah, because I could be totally wrong. That said, as the sickness continues to take me.
Oh no!
Let's go into some flash news. Gotta run fast. And / breaking news.
Slow down.
Just happened. Something really
you're
cool
sick.
just happened. Oh God, I'm dying. Okay. I shouldn't be doing these sound effects.
Let me take over. You ready?
All right, yeah.
The PS5 is going to get a Final Fantasy 16 bundle announced for PlayStation Direct. Pre-order start May 4th and releasing on June 22nd. Includes a voucher code, no disc included. Also PS5 faceplate covers for the console itself, and a DualSense themed controllers as well.
Yeah.
My God, the controller is sick.
Really? I thought it once again this is a plain Jane looking thing.
Oh, I love the intricate kind of it's
patterns.
Not calligraphy, but like that kind of very small fine line detail kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm excited. Somebody, I shouldn't be spending money, but
no, Kyle, you hold off.
Damn it!
You shouldn't be,
All
and
right.
you won't be. Gosh dang it!
All right, that's fine.
It's just a controller.
I'll buy it in 3 years when it's like triple the price.
Exactly. You're gonna be A-okay. Overall, okay.
I mean, it's cool that we're getting another bundle.
Yeah,
and it's not a PlayStation Studios thing, right? It's a third-party based bundle.
These guys need to kiss. Yeah, this is a big deal. Yet again,
did Hogwarts get faceplates or just a controller?
No, just a dope-looking controller.
Okay.
Yeah. And Call of Duty, I think, is the first AAA non-exclusive game to get a bundle, if memory serves right. So this is the second, and this is the first game to get its own custom, plates straight from PlayStation itself. So cool. The plate is bland, but the controller is decent.
Yeah,
and it's going to probably be 75 dual hairs for those stickers on that controller. Again, I'm not a fan. All right, Kyle.
Fair.
That said, Street Fighter 6 demo. Guess what? It's out right meow.
Boom.
I have not heard a single gosh dang thing about it because I'm not a fighting guy. I'm not in that realm. Let us know in the comments. How are you digging it?
I saw the character creator is wild.
Ooh.
There's people making some crazy looking characters.
Also,
just maxing everything out, and they look like abominations.
Guess what? As of recording, this is the 15th anniversary of Amelie debuting. Lil Wayne's Amelie. I could do the whole song, but I won't.
How do you do on the showcase? I didn't watch it.
What's that?
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't watch it. I'm not a fighting guy, so this doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah,
if you are a fighting person, though, let me know. I want to know. How did you like it? What's promising?
You're not a fighting game person, but you know what I do know about you? You love a good old Diablo.
Oh, yes, Diablo 4 draws near. Let me talk in the creepy voice for a minute. I feel like...
Shouldn't.
I shouldn't, but I shall. 'Cause the hounds of hell are calling, Kyle. We've heard your feedback. It's time to visit Sanctuary once more before June. Join the server slam May 12th to the 14th.
I feel like they should have named it...
that server, you dirty dog.
They should have named it something else other than server slam.
Right?
That sounds like a very poorly named WWE pay-per-view.
It sounds... I don't know why
this
it sounds...
Sunday at Server Slam!
Vince McMahon
Satan
is back.
versus Jesus Christ in a steel cage. My God!
My God! I don't know why I view it strangely sexual. It's a porn in a server farm. It's just one server blade sitting on a black couch. All right, so listen, if you get to level 20 during this, because
I was trying to formulate a joke, but it's not. I don't feel like saying it right now.
Why is that server engineer stuck in a washing machine?
There you go. You made it for me. Help me, Step Bro. I'm stuck in the hard drive.
I don't think I'm gonna die. But if you get your character to level 20 and you kill the world boss, you get a cool mount. So you know that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, cool.
12th to the 14th. Now, for the PlayStation Plus, monthly games for May are Grid Legends, Chivalry 2, and The Dissenters. Not a strong month, but Chivalry 2 for me is I'm gonna be.
It looks like good dumb fun. Yeah. Same devs from, and I know I saw it in our Discord. Somebody was playing Maneater.
Yep.
So same devs from same devs from them, and they just make dumb, goofy, really fun stuff. So
I'm in. If it's an easy plat, which I'm gonna look up right now, I'm in on it. Kyle, you have some breaking news as well. Take it away.
Breaking, quote unquote, but I just want to mention I saw that Alan Wake 2 is in the last stages of production, still on track for sometime later this year. Mm-hmm. But the main reason why I wanted to talk about this is, and it just solidifies my thought process on Remedy, is that the Max Payne 2 remake and Control 2 are just now past the proof of concept stage. So we're not getting those games
for
anytime soon.
For a minute.
I feel like they have a lot of projects going on, and that makes me sad because I want a new Control real bad.
Real bad.
Control was what, 2019?
2019, yeah.
So we're going to be 4 years away from it, and Control 2 is just past the proof of concept stage.
And and then take a game like Jedi Survivor, a sequel to a game that came out in 2019 as well. And Apples to Oranges, EA's goddamn gigantic.
Yeah. I mean, and by all means, Remedy, take your time, make great games, make Alan Wake 2 be as incredible as what I think it's going to be. Yeah. Little bum that Control's a little farther out.
Yeah. That said, it's time for our segment Quick Play. And Kyle, I don't got a voice. I ain't got nothing. But I will say, I've been playing Dead Island 2. Yeah. It's Dead Island. It's fun. Yeah. It's goofy. It's dumb. It's definitely, it's one of those find the fun 6s or 7s. I coined the phrase, not our friend Luke Lore over at the Xbox Expansion Pass, who is getting a ton of love for his interview of the Sea of Stars creative director. So maybe you could go check out his show. And he was kind enough to drop us some Crash Bandicoot codes as well in our Discord. So shout out to
Crash Team Rumble.
Shout out to XEP, the Xbox Expansion Pass. Go follow them. See, Luke. Oh, Joe, you don't talk about it. I did something real nice. Shut up, you stupid bad boy.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
That's all he does. He's just and then he tosses poop. He's like, that's a howler monkey. You're not even a bad boy. Anyway.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, it's a ton of fun. It is just more Dead Island. So to me, as I'm even playing it, I'm like, this isn't something I'd buy full price, but this is something I'd have a whole lot of fun at, like a $40 or $30 purchase. Because like some of the impact doesn't feel that great with the weapons. The story is just like, skip it. It's
so this is a game to play when there are like down months.
Yeah, man, this is a great summer game for sure. Sweet. It's not gonna win any awards, but it's gonna be a fun time. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah,
cool.
And then last but not leastly, and this is just to trigger Naga Chaka, Kyle, should I buy Nier Automata? Because here's the thing. It's $20 Game of the Year edition. It finally came down in price, but now I have Jedi, and then I have Diablo, and then I have Final Fantasy. So it's like, and then in between I got Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. So like,
probably not at this time,
right?
But if you want to just buy it at the price just to have and not play it until
that's
later.
The thing. Do you think it'll drop below 20?
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Ready for this?
All right, yeah.
We make this our Road to Greatness game for July.
For July.
Give us 3 months.
Okay.
2 months until we have ready to play it.
I like that. That gives me a lot of time.
Does that make sense? Because I can't think of anything. We might still be playing Final Fantasy by then, but like
I'm looking up how long does this sale end? Because payday just happened. I did get promoted at work.
Yay! Congrats.
So like maybe it's like a treat. Oh, here's
treat yourself kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe. Also, like I'm looking at 2B and I'm like, yeah, I've definitely rented the wrong movie before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
this is a Nier Automata. She's stuck in a washing machine. 9-2, help her out.
Oh my god.
Beep, borp, zorp. That's what I think they sound like. I don't know. Kyle, what have you been playing, bud?
I mean, put another tally on the marker and we'll do the show. Yeah. I do just want to mention it briefly how the past few days I was getting incredibly upset and annoyed because I have run into cheaters for the first time playing the show. You're not wrong, but there are some PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
The reason is, and I read up on it a little bit and the reason why I know they're cheating is because they took every single pitch that was so close to the strike zone. They took it for a ball. It's like they knew where it was going to be. And every single ball that was in the strike zone was a home run.
Huh.
It was, and what I read was that there are, because it is on Game Pass, people have figured out how to map it to PC and then run scripts and whatever to make
you gotta be that much of a loser.
Exactly.
That sucks. Ruining other people's fun. I hate it.
Today I kind of tweaked with some settings, at least for batting and whatnot, because I just couldn't. It was just weighing me down, and I couldn't catch up to the fast pitches or whatever. I was playing poorly. I lost like the 9 games in a row or something. I was like, I'm not having fun. I got to switch it up. And today I finally found some settings, some stuff that makes me feel like it's a fresh thing. So I'm going to go back into it. But I did turn off crossplay until they kind of figure that stuff out.
Fair enough.
There are some PlayStation people that are figuring out how to do it as well, but I've run into it more with the Xbox stuff than it's awful.
Yeah.
If you have to cheat at a sports game or any game in general, why are you playing games?
They're the ones giving Horizon Burning Shores a 0 out of 10.
1,000%. And on that note, I put in more time for Burning Shores.
Yeah.
I've only done one main quest, but I'm just having a ton of fun
taking pictures,
destroying these dinos that took me that took so hard for me to kill them in the base game.
Yeah.
I'm just like 3-shotting them because my Aloy is overpowered as hell. And
same.
It is like there's a section, right, where there is a Slaughter Spine, a Thunderjaw, and then a Stormbird, like the big bird, real close to each other. I was like, you know what? I haven't fought them for a while. Upgrading the new stuff requires some of their components, so let me go take them on. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I make sure I got all my ammo. I'm good to go.
Mess them up.
My God, I destroyed them. And I felt so cool.
There you go.
Horizon's so damn fun. The couple side quests that I did have been really, really good. Like, I know you said that they aren't, like, the best thing, but...
You're liking them.
Yeah, and I ran into a character from an earlier Horizon game, which was like, oh, crap, I completely forgot about you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and it's a very fun mission and stuff. Yep. So, like, Gorilla, you're doing great things. Yep. I love Aloy. I love Horizon. This world's incredible. Like you said, the photo mode and just with the little added touches of like the red that's in this world, man, the contrast between colors and lighting and everything. Oh my God. Right at dawn, right? Like when it changes from nighttime to daytime is so beautiful.
The thing that's blowing my mind, the thing that actually makes me want to go back is just seeing all the photo modes, like seeing the, like people taking the photo where Aloy's in water, but she's emerging out with the water wing, and you're just like, it's like this perfect. You see the water life, you see the air, like it's just like something out of Nat Geo. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And they did also fight a new
thing,
robot enemy that I don't want to say anything about.
Cool.
Another animal based thing was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. So many ideas.
Cool.
Horizon 3 is gonna be dope.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, last but not least, here's the Jedi Survivor review roundup. Kyle, we'll take it one by one, right? I'll read the first one, you read the second one, I'll read the third one.
I can read them all if you need a break.
Nah, I'll power on through.
All right.
Dan Stapleton from IGN gave it a 90. If Respawn makes a third game like Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, it'll complete the best Star Wars trilogy in 30 years. Hands down.
As a not huge Star Wars fan, that is
goosebumps for me, bud.
Jordan Remy over at GameSpot gave it an 8. Star Wars Jedi Survivor improves upon its predecessor's gameplay and storytelling to deliver an engrossing story of a Jedi grappling with morality.
Ooh, Matt Miller of Game Informer gave it a 9.3. And also, Matt Miller, if you're the Matt Miller from my elementary school, what up, my man? You hit me way too hard in dodgeball, and I'm kind of holding a grudge about it. Developer Respawn Entertainment clearly took a measured and thoughtful approach to analyze what worked and what didn't in the last Star Wars game. And Jedi Survivor feels like a worthy attempt at evolution. It captures the magic of Star Wars as well as anything in the current canon, and a stellar adventure in its own right. ... Joe, that was me in elementary school. Suck it. Oh, all right.
Whoa, that made it into the review?
That made it into the review.
Wow.
All right. Shoot.
This has me very excited. I tweeted, I can't wait to play Star Wars soon.
Well,
and
that's the thing. Katie writes in, hey, folks, I finally feel refreshed and recovered from my time at Star Wars Celebration. It was brilliant, Joe. We need to talk to my friend about what was shown off and the future of Star Wars. It's looking so beautiful. It's looking so great. Speaking of Star Wars, Survivor is this week. So my question, and Kyle, you can take a whack at this if you'd like. We have aspects of other areas of Star Wars that make it into live action. Books, animated characters coming to live action. Are there any dream characters that you would like to see turn up in Survivor? Much love. I got one right here, Kenobi. I want to see Obi-Wan in here. This will be my game of the year if we see Obi-Wan and it's voiced by Ewan.
Ooh.
If it's voiced by Ewan, I'll be like, all right, take this shit off. I need to take a fucking walk.
Forget you, Resident Evil 4. This is it.
I need to take an ice bath.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I'll do a backflip.
Where does this take place in the timeline?
It takes place in between episode 3 and episode 4. So in between, this is like the Imperial Empire at its height. Oh, I would love to see Andor in there.
So that's where I was going is give me a Jyn Erso.
Okay.
A Rogue One or a KTSO, I think is right. Is that right? The droid name?
Yeah, K2SO, you got it.
So something from the Rogue One movie, because I love that. That is, I think, might be my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, it's
and Last
definitely
Jedi.
is.
You know,
all right. Let's relax.
and like that, and like my jokey answer was like Sebulba.
All right. As long as it's not Jar Jar, the man's gotten enough hate.
Katie included me on this one.
Fair enough. I would also like to see Luthen from Andor in there as well. Seeing the rebellion being built, seeing this flawed individual build it. That'd be dope. All right, Kyle, it's time. Are you holding on to something? You know what I'm holding on to?
Yeah,
my hopes
I'm holding
and dreams.
on to hope. Oh my God, same wavelength.
For Jedi Survivor, you know?
Yeah.
Holding
there
on.
We go.
Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. April 25th, After Image on PS5, PS4. Fairy Fencer F. Refrain Chord on PS5, PS4.
I think that's a fighting game.
Sounds like it to me, bud. Loud My Road to Fame on PS4.
Joe hit me with a bud.
Uh-oh.
That's when he's annoyed.
No, I'm not. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Puzzle Vacations Ireland on PS4. R-Type Final 3 Evolved on PS5. Roots of Paka, PS5, PS4. Stranded Alien Dawn, PS5 and PS4. I know we have a question about that later. Strayed Lights on PS5, PS4. Also,
played that at PAX. That is the game I talked about. That if you love parries, That whole combat is parrying. So check it out if you want to.
Luke Lore also interviewed them over at XCP. I hate giving this man so much dang credit. I really do, because you know what? He's a piece of garbage.
He should pay for the tier on Patreon where we advertise the show.
Well, here's the thing. He's like, oh, I'm upset you haven't given me a sub on Patreon. I'm like, I keep on forgetting. And also, honestly, I give you too many shout outs. So I feel like it's kind of the same what I'm doing. Trinity Trigger on PS5, PS4.
Also played at PAX. It's great.
On April 26th, Neko Rescue Tale on PS5, PS4. On the 27th, Arc Runner on PS5. Bramble, the Mountain King. Bramble, the Mountain King on PS5, PS4.
Played the demo of this one.
Yeah.
Creepy as all hell. It's like a
one of them horror games.
Kind of, but it plays like a. From what it looks like an Inside. Or
okay.
A
like
Little
Nightmares. Yeah.
Yeah. It plays like that, and it's very creepy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we got Kasuna AI, Touch the Beat, on PS4. Live a Live. This is one I will definitely get in the summer. I hear nothing but stellar things. PS5,
Same.
PS4. Tin Can on PS5, PS4. Let me guess. It's a goddamn jump game, easy plat.
Oh, let me see.
April 28th, 8 Doors. Aram's Afterlife Adventure on PS5, PS4, Drago Noka on PS4, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak on PS5, PS4, Nuclear Blaze on PS4, and last but not least, Jedi Survivor on PS5. I cannot wait to play this game. And speaking of, because we are doing some test streams ahead of the Trophy Room Live on Thursday, I'll be probably tweeting out like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday some streams that you can jump on in while I'll be playing some Jedi Survivor. But also know that there could be spoilers around, so I'm also kind of skeptical. It may be something else, but who knows?
Tin Can is not an easy plat. It's a survival game where you're on a space colony ship and you're leaving Mars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Kyle, it's time for our favorite segment of the night. It's time for the Sony Pony Express. Yeah. That's right. Kyle.
Can I really quickly say, and at least it feels like for me, we nail that every time. And I have my eyes closed, so what are we doing?
Really? Oh, so you're just feeling it.
I go for my feel, and I feel like we ended at the same exact time.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty on point. Listen, podcasting ain't easy, you know? No. But we make it look it. And I think that's what really matters here. All right, Kyle, listen, my throat is about dead.
I got it.
Please take it away, good sir.
Una writes in, hey there, guys. Hope you both are doing well. So I'm about to try something today, and that is spinning a wheel to decide what I play with, what I'm playing, due to what I can't read today. And that is spinning a wheel to decide what I play with. What I'm playing due to I'm enjoying all three that I am playing, and I'm indecisive, so wish me luck with that. As for my question this week, who are your favorite smart characters in a game, where it be from their decisions they make to the way they think, kind of up on how you interpret smart? I've been playing a lot of Pia Foray, Faded Memories, and my next route is the main Lin Lee. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm butchering this. It's considered smart and practical, which got me thinking on this question. So I throw the ball to you guys. Who are some of your favorite smart characters?
Two come to mind. One, Aloy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, she technically like thousands of years in the past. She works a hologram headset. Like she's doing it. Like she's in the Minority Report, you know?
Yeah.
And then Cortana.
Oh.
Come on, she's a powerful AI, and she's also your best friend.
Fair.
And let's be honest, we're all people. We've also maybe thought of her getting stuck in a washing machine.
Damn it! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Ay.
God, you let me right to it, Kyle. You let me have it. You didn't even try to stop me.
I'm sorry, everybody. I think of two people also instantly. Not in the way Joe was thinking about Cortana, at least. I think of Quistis from Final Fantasy VIII. She was your teacher.
Okay.
but she becomes a party member. I also think of Mordin from Mass Effect 2.
Ooh. Yeah.
Mordin's one smart character.
I was thinking Mass Effect as well. I was thinking Tali.
Tali's was another one, but
yeah. That said, great question,
Yep.
Next question.
Stingray X. Yeah. Question for the Sony Pony Express. What is your favorite PlayStation game intro? Ooh. For me, you can't beat the sweet vibes of Kingdom Hearts with simple and clean. So pure. Take care, fellas.
Great question. And to me, it came instantly. Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh, yeah.
What a seamless intro. When that title screen hits, the crescendo, sometimes I watch reactions to those intros.
That is a good one.
It's so good. So good.
It really is good.
Ooh, so good.
What is my favorite intro?
Think about it.
I mean, I'll just say it because I love it. It's the Final Fantasy VIII intro for sure.
Oh, okay.
It's like a flashback kind of thing, and it's got this really cool, the Final Fantasy music, and it's got Squall and Cypher fighting. It's pretty dope. I like it a whole lot. In addition to that, it's kind of in the same vein. Ask What Not Why writes in, howdy, you sexy beasts. Question for the pod regarding Xbox acquiring Activision. Just kidding. I'd rather never play another video game ever again to not hear another word about that subject. Actually, now that I think on this, if I did stop gaming, I wouldn't listen to podcasts or read news about gaming. So then I wouldn't hear another word about Xbox acquiring Activision. Brain explosion. But my actual question, I was driving around this weekend listening to music as any sane person would when songs from my high school years came on. Ooh. My brain was immediately transported to weekends of 14-year-old Jose listening to No Doubt while playing Final Fantasy VIII. A lot of Final Fantasy VIII love today, and
I like it.
I'm not mad.
I approve.
Such simpler times. My question, is there any music you remember listening to while gaming in your youth that when it comes up now, you get those nostalgic memories? If so, which game and with what music? Sincerely, Jose, quote, COVID negative but forever panini press Jimenez.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Day to remember.
Let's go.
God, that's a great intro, man. A Day to Remember just reminds me of high school. This is such a great question because there's so much. Like,
is that tied to a game though?
No, I mean, A Day to Remember is just in every
fair.
They're forever in like the playlist as I'm like playing games. There are two. Actually, now three that remind me of, first and foremost, Disturbed. It reminds me of World of Warcraft raids.
Okay.
Same with Avenged Sevenfold. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of World of Warcraft raids and All That Remains. Those three were formative to my metal experience. All That Remains being my favorite, and I remember listening to like, I don't know, For We Are Many while raiding in like Wrath of the Lich King. So like a lot of metal, actually, when I think about it, like thinking about it hard, it goes to World of Warcraft. Because cool. When you're grinding, there's like, there's not much to do, with your, thinking power. So you're like, let me pull on some like, I don't know, Disturbed. Let me put on some System of a Down. Actually, funny thing too, playing Horizon.
Yeah.
I literally I just thought of Lost in Hollywood while playing it.
For me, it's kind of like a cheap answer. I play a lot of sports games. Those sports games have licensed music in them. Yeah. So like whenever I hear, do you remember the band Seether?
Oh yeah.
When I hear great. Fine Again, I am brought back to the year that it was in Madden. And just having the summer of my life playing that game.
There you go.
In addition to like any song that I've ever played in Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Yes.
I hear the song and I see the notes in my head come down.
I mean,
like it's instantaneous.
Yeah. It's the reason why I love All That Remains is because 6 was in there in Guitar Hero 2.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
It was also I also played it in Rock Band too, some All That Remains.
Yeah.
But the twist on this
also
is...
Coheed and Cambria, Welcome Home.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Remember that? I got that. That was one of the songs I perfected.
when I got Rock Band 1, because I, being the drummer boy that I was, Danny California was my favorite song to play from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. All right.
That one is ingrained. But to switch it a little bit, not a video game with music, but reading a book with music, I used to do a whole lot. So whenever I hear any song from Blink-182's "Take Your Pants and Jacket Off" or "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket,"
whoa, whoa,
that was the name of the album. I couldn't have
gotten
really wrong.
Was it?
Yeah.
Take off your pants.
I believe so. Now I'm second guessing myself.
No, I really want this to be the case. This is the most sexually charged.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket was the album. It had like the girl at the rock show and Roller Coaster, which is one of my favorite songs from them.
God damn.
But whenever I hear a song from this album, I think of Harry Potter and the books. Because I read those books while listening to this album in my room, like before bed. And so I hear the rock show and I've got Hermione in my head as the girl that they're talking about going on a date kind of thing. It just kind of like tied together that way.
That's neat. That's real neat. Yeah. Great question.
That was a great one. Yeah. Savoy Prime writes in, where's Stellar Blade at though?
Next showcase, baby.
Yeah, it's gotta be, right? Captain Logan, do you think the reason Xbox Series X is having trouble with supply chain issues now that the initial deals with chip manufacturers are over and they can now produce more PS5 units?
Okay, so actually Logan and I talked a little bit about this as well. So we're not an Xbox show, so I don't follow the beat too closely. Apparently,
the only chips I know are Ruffles, so
exactly. Lay's potato chips, barbecue or
cheddar and sour cream.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good pick. But I think a couple of things. First, I think they're still producing those Series X boards to fit on their server farms, for their server blades, so that Game Pass is
stuck.
More exactly. Currently, Phil Spencer is stuck in a washing machine somewhere in a server farm. Whatever will I do, Aaron Greenberg? So
Cortana, help me.
Son of a bitch. So yeah, I think that's probably why their hardware is down a bit. But let's see. Hopefully in the next year or in the next coming months with Starfield coming out, you would hope that they have these, Starfield editions raring to go. I mean, I'm not even hyped on Starfield, but like the beanie that they showed off on Twitter, I'm like, kind of want a beanie. The beanie looks dope. So like I would hope by the fall they get their shit sorted, because all things important, that's going to be huge.
Starfield Xbox controllers would probably go real hard.
Yeah. I think
the Titanfall one.
Yeah,
remember the Titanfall one?
I think there's a leaked one of it. Everybody likes it. Ooh. So yeah, I mean, I think that'll be it. But yeah, I know he asked something about Project Leonardo. If we'll see more co-development between them and like other like
that's the controller, right?
Yeah, with like accessibility advocates, and I think you're gonna get that when they're promoting this thing in the next showcase for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Go on with the next question, good sir.
Yeah, Ace Insane writes in, hi guys, question for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel totally defeated putting a ton of hours into a game towards a platinum, only for the game to glitch out in some way, preventing you from earning it? I've been grinding Hogwarts Legacy as much as I can with a 3 and 4-year-old to take care of, but now I've run into a glitch preventing me from completing a collection and therefore the platinum trophy.
Oof.
Being a trophy hunter with limited playtime, this totally bums me out. I'd like to know how you guys remedy dealing with this when games want to be haters for no reason. I could use some sweet, tasty num-nums of advice.
All right, relax. Before your eyes, glitch trophies everywhere. That really pissed me off. I'm like, I played this whole game. I did all you wanted before your eyes. You're not going to give me one? Come on. Callisto Protocol as well. One of the collectibles glitched out. And I know I got it too. And that really pissed me off. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those would be the two recent ones where I wanted to throw my controller into a screen.
I think both of us ran into it with not nearly as bad as like a glitch one preventing you, but Returnal.
Yeah.
Just to grind, to try to find get that one room to spawn for the one glyph that we all needed.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this is terrible. Why am I doing
the
this?
level that could crash your PS5? Oh,
yeah. It's a lot. But what you do, Joe, is you get like
sentimental plats.
Get a cheap plat.
Yep.
And
that
even though that game is like, tin can jumping.
Yeah.
That's really Callisto Protocol for you.
Exactly. I know what it is, and so I'm fine with it. So it's like when I see it going like, oh, it's at 98%, I get a little angry. But when I see the total plat score, I'm like, that I know what those plats are.
Fair.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I'm with you. When you're grinding for a platinum and something doesn't work, it sucks. It's a bummer for sure. Yeah. M9 Prime adds to this. Ace Insane has asked a great question, and I would like to expand on it.
All right.
Have you ever stopped playing a game because the trophies were glitched and it popped? Personally, I was playing Maneater and having an okay time, but the trophies stopped popping at a certain point fairly early in the game. I tried deleting it and installing it again, but that didn't help. At that point, I just put the game down and moved on to another game. Mind you, Maneater is not exactly a story-heavy game.
How do Nintendo fans do it with nothing? It's like
they're
playing the game to enjoy it,
why?
I know.
Give me meaningless, not NFT, like, digital awards. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, I've never stopped a game, but it was just like, okay, well, this sucks. And again, if I really love it, which it's never happened, I'll get a sentimental plat for it. But
I have stopped, but it wasn't like on the initial playthrough kind of thing.
Okay.
So, for example, like Borderlands 3, when you upload that save to PS5 and everything's supposed to auto pop, certain trophies didn't pop, and that made me mad.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing with Fallen Order, actually. You're supposed to just pop it in, and everything will just auto pop for you. Nope. But maybe half of them popped. I'm like, oh.
See, that happened with me with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it adds such.
I thought I could upload my PS5 save, my latest one of like the worst ending, and it would pop every single one of the trophies. It only pops some.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's like, damn it,
disappointing.
All right, but when I play that game again, when I play that game again,
hey.
I just don't have to go through that really bad. Why would you put it in the game ending? Yeah.
Bertos Maximus writes in, question for the Sony Poda Express. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Hey guys, stellar show last week and loving the after shows. So my question is, have you heard about Stranded Alien Dawn? Do you plan on playing it anytime soon? As always, stay safe and carry on the brilliant work, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bertos. I have not.
I saw this. So it's a base management / like strategy game. Okay. So think of it like, I don't know, something akin to like a Stardew Valley meets an Age of Empires. You're building this base. You're stranded on a alien planet. You're raising wildlife. You're building farms. You're trying to find more survivors. And at night, all these aliens come on down and try to mess you all up. Okay. And you're just defending yourself. And the better you get, or the more advanced not advanced, I guess the more tech you find to make your civilization better at defending, the harder aliens come on through. Interesting premise. I'm not much for base building, but I would be willing to give this a shot somewhere down the line. So, yeah.
It's not my thing, but I love the aesthetic of it. And I feel like, am I going crazy? Was this like a Summer Game Fest reveal?
Honestly, it could be.
Something about this ship and this landscape on this promotional image reminds me of a trailer we saw at one of those shows.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Green Gorilla Gamer writes, "What's up, boys? You're still here. It's over. Go home." It's finally over. It's not very often that even I get tired of hearing about something, but I can't wait for this to die and never be spoken of again. Goodbye, Activision. Welcome back to PlayStation News. Ooh-wee. Now, my question for this week: what was a favorite show of yours that got canceled abruptly? There's so many for me that come to mind: Firefly, Daredevil, Colony. I'm so glad that they managed to bring back Young Justice and the Clone Wars.
Yes.
This question is more recently fueled from what happened with Olin Rogers and a show called Final Space. Hope you're both doing well this week. Can't wait to talk to Najee Jeter into getting on the show. Oh, please do. Oh, and I finished Uncharted 3. Hey! Yes. Still haven't platted it yet, but I'm 133 hours into the Nathan Drake collection, and it keeps on increasing. Hey, congrats, Green Gorilla. That's awesome.
Yeah, excellent. I love to see it.
Maybe not a show. I mean, Firefly is a huge one. Maybe not a show that was canceled abruptly, but didn't get the love it deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And outside things forced it being bad and the quality declined. Heroes.
Ooh,
straight up.
Okay.
Season 1 of Heroes is one of the best seasons of TV ever.
Fair enough.
And the writer's strike happened, and then it went phew down the cliff. It was not great. There was such a great premise there and great characters. And they ruined that show. And also, people need to give more love to Fringe.
Yeah.
It had many seasons.
Yes.
But, like, Fringe is so good. I want to rewatch that so bad. And that didn't get the love it deserved. But I can't think of another show that got canceled abruptly that other than Firefly. I love Firefly. Serenity, great movie. Same universe, same characters and everything. But yeah, I don't know. And Daredevil's coming back, so it's fine.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is Young Justice. The other one that comes to mind would be Conan. When Conan left the TV screen late night,
or him just getting screwed over on the Tonight Show. That was that
pissed me off. Jimmy Fallon fucking sucks. I won't. No,
that was Jay Leno.
All right, but
you're still not a fan of Fallon.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, Jay Leno could kick rocks. Jimmy Fallon also could kick rocks. I hate that fake laugh. Oh, I hate it so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, Kyle, let's get the last question out of her. Yeah.
Maximum Carnage writes in, how's it slanging, fellas? I don't know. How's it slanging, Joe?
Slinging pretty wide right now.
Oh boy, wide.
It's got a wide girth.
It's a bit girthy, some might say. Just wanted to shout out the DualSense Edge controller. I traded in a Xbox One X console, an Xbox One controller, and a boxed open copy of Banjo-Tooie on N64.
Bruh.
I ended up paying 15. Is that the pound symbol?
Yep. Oh,
15 pounds when all was said and done. Was it a good deal? Yeah, I think so. I've been using the Edge controller to help me in my quest to platinum Crash Bandicoot 4. Mapping the spin to paddle R and slide paddle L is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
My thumb is no longer dancing around the face buttons and is instead focused on the X button. Excuse me, the cross button.
There you go.
A great purchase. I've also hopefully will get one sometime because I think that'll help me with my MLB The Show.
Dude, I love
have
the Edge
a problem.
I love the Edge controller. I just hate the thing's battery. It's dreadful.
But you can play it plugged in though, right? I mean, yeah, it's not wireless.
It's not. Yeah, there's no excuse at this. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
That said, you want to know Maximum Carnage? You want to hear this stealing deal that I got? So there's a headset called Bang & Olufsen. Right, they made a $500 headset for the PlayStation 5.
Oh, wee!
And there was a clearance sale on Best Buy, discounted it to $200. You go, ooh, wee! That's a steal in the deal. I have several gift cards to Best Buy. I was able to get this bad boy for $70.
And
I've been listening to just music so far.
Okay.
Pretty damn clean audio. Let me tell you. So it's. I'm impressed so far.
Nice.
Absolutely, yeah. That said, Kyle, that has been the Trophy Room for this week. Is there anything you'd like to promote or highlight before we get on out of here? Because my voice is done.
Sure, you know where to find me, Mr. K-Step. You know about 61 Indie, SIXONEIND. You know where to find all that stuff.
Yeah.
But people in the Discord are like, Joe, why don't you talk about your stuff? So I'm going to plug your own other stuff. Go check out Cast Co-op, another show that Joe's on that people in the Discord did not know you're on because you don't talk about it on the show all that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out Joe's other stuff.
It's because I'm with Luke and like Ains is old.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Bunch of baboons over there, except for you, right?
Seriously,
you're the zookeeper. You show up to give them their fruit and their food. You toss it at them.
They
and then you come back
dung
home
at me every once in a while. I get my best Australian accent, like I'm. What's the guy's name? Rest in peace.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Oh, this is a wild Ainsley Bowden. He says a lot of weird shit and he loves Halo a little bit too much. You gotta keep your distance or he'll sick one of your interns on you. Alright. Gotta get your space. Here's Luke Law. He's eating his own shite. Gotta move away from him. Gotta make some spice. Alright, Gov. You know?
Oh boy.
No, you can find me over at Mr. Babbitt. You can find the show over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. Make sure you join the beautiful community over on Discord. That's where we're growing such an awesome, amazing community, all focused around PlayStation. Y'all have been, man, so active over the last few weeks. It's just beautiful to see. Seeing more and more people join each and every day grows my heart. So help grow the Discord. Link down below in the description for that. And next week is the week. The Trophy Room live, May 3rd, 8 p.m. EST time. There's no giveaways. There's no cool things that we're throwing at you in the live chat. It's just us talking to y'all about the things we love. That is PlayStation. So make sure you join us live for what will be the first, hopefully, of many to come. I'm so excited. And for the first time in a very long time, I'm nervous, which doesn't happen to me on the Trophy Room. You know, I became too safe. I became too, comfortable. This is going to make me uncomfortable. And I love that. It's going to be awesome. So I hope you guys and gals join us there at youtube.com/@PS Trophy Room. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Bye, love you.